All right. First, congratulations to Clemson. I thought I played. Both teams came out and played hard. It was a fast and physical game. And obviously, I made some big plays and big moments. Throughout it, and unfortunately, we had too many missed opportunities. Looking back, throughout it, I mean, just your first drive defensively, you missed a lot of tackles. Just were a little sloppy in some of our fits. Allowed them to extend a long drive for a touchdown. Starting the game, which we knew we wanted to come and start fast. I thought our defense settled in. As the game got going, but had a couple big plays that unfortunately that we gave up. Throughout it. Offensively, just really struggled. To get things, started, sustained, just weren't good enough. And I think we had five plus drops, which has been very uncharacteristic of what this team has done. I had a couple missed opportunities where, we had space and, either a throw or, a run or, just some bad missed opportunities. And we had some penalties that showed up that cost us, and weren't good enough on our conversion downs. Something that things that we've been really good at throughout the course of the year, and did not show up tonight. And I know it's not from a lack of want to or work. I mean, these guys have been putting it in, and just unfortunately did not show up and making enough plays this evening, and ultimately, it comes down to all of us, and it's everybody, part of the program. It's just sick to come up short in this game with all the preparation that's gone into it. Yeah, absolutely.
Last week, coming off the Wake Forest when the preparation fell. Did that surprise you? Were you shocked by that, or what kind of went wrong in practice to translate into today?
Well, I mean, we missed plays. I mean, there's not. What you saw is, when you have drops, missed, chances that are critical. Can be critical plays. When you have some of the, some of the penalties that showed up at inopportune times. I mean, it's hard, and it's hard to overcome that. And I thought our guys worked to try to get it fixed. There's times we're driving, we had the fumble inside the red zone, which we haven't had those issues on exchanges this year, and it showed up in this moment. And it's just for whatever it was, whether it's guys trying to do too much press, trying to not maybe just getting away from a little bit of just the core fundamentals of finish the catch to the tuck. I mean, obviously those things show up, and we gotta get them fixed. I don't think it's a single overriding thing. It's you look through the course of the year, we have very limited drop passes. We've been really good at that. We've been a team that's made a lot of plays. I mean, we've been really good offensively. Coming into the game, one of the top in the country. And tonight, we could not get ourselves into rhythm because of a lack of some of those plays that were left out there. And you got to have them. And obviously playing a defense that was very aggressive in what they were doing. I mean, they did a good job in that, but. When somebody's going to heat you up, when somebody's going to bring that type of pressure, that creates space, and we had space.
It seems like in every game it seems to be a referendum. Every play is a referendum. How much is it just they had some guys that made plays, and you didn't? I mean, there were plays to be made, and they executed, and you guys didn't.
Yeah, I mean, that's, as I opening statement, I said, that's, congratulate them. I mean, they made the plays that were there, and they that they took advantage of them. And we've got some great playmakers on this football team, and we got guys that have shown throughout the course of the year that their capabilities. I hurt for them, and I hurt for this football team. I mean, because at the end of the day, you come on the road, and sometimes those things just, you got to find a way. And I believe throughout it that because there's going to be plenty of times throughout every game that you'll miss something, but just being able to kind of flush it and go to the next one. It wasn't just one consistent player or one person, but it was when those things show up, it's just, like I said, it's hard to overcome. And they made the plays, and we our guys fought and pushed, but just too many things that were left out there.
In some ways, it kind of was similar to the Stanford game. You guys moved the ball, but just squandered those opportunities. Anything similar in the preparation for this game?
No, I mean, I thought guys, we tried to continue even to challenge the good on good work that we were doing. I mean, it was very competitive. I thought guys, it was I was excited for what I expected to see tonight, and there was nothing coming out of the practice that gave me pause of what would show up, and I felt that the guys were going to be out there and go showcase us, and like I said, there was opportunities, but we weren't good enough tonight.
Do you still believe this team is capable of finishing the season strong and heading in the right direction as a program next year?
I do. As I said, I believe in this team. I believe in the playmakers we have. I believe in the guys that we have. It sucks to lose the games that we've lost, but I know the work and investment that they're pouring in, and I know as a staff what we're doing, but we got to get the job done.
I know some of it would be you have to watch the film and see. You on first blush feel like there were plays to be made that weren't, as far as like middle of the field, either quarterback not seeing it, receivers not getting open. And I ask that because Clemson's been susceptible to that kind of all year. But today it seemed hard for you guys to do a ton of these.
Well, and I thought we had some opportunities, and if we finish on a couple of the catches, and there was we were in space, and if we finish a couple of catches, a couple of throws, a few times in protection. I mean, those are opportunities, but that's this game, and I mean that's part of it, and you just got to be able to respond to it in the moment, and that's we didn't do a good enough job of that, and we left a lot out there.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.